Hello investors. Today I'm here to talk about one of the biggest crises which is ongoing in Mumbai. India's financial capital, which is also home to over 2 crore people, is looking at one of the worst water crises in the history. Reservoir levels have fallen to approximately 10% of their capacity, due to which BMC has already announced water cuts. Commercial establishments are facing restrictions and authorities have stopped supplying water to new construction and swimming pools. But every crisis creates new priorities. So let me explain what exactly is happening in Mumbai. The city depends on 7 lakes for its water supply. Normally, the city requires around 4,200 million liters per day, while supply stands at roughly 3,800 million liters. With delayed monsoons and reservoir levels falling, the gap has widened. By mid-June 2026, lake levels have plunged to nearly 10% of capacity, forcing BMC to introduce emergency measures. Authorities have already imposed water cuts, reduced supply to industries and commercial establishments, stopped supplying water to new construction projects, intensified leakage detection and repair work, and started using reserve water stocks. The BMC has also earmarked approximately 16,000 crores for water treatment and waste management projects. Further, Mumbai's Manori desalination project will initially produce 200 million liters per day and can later be expanded to 400 million liters per day. This project is expected to reduce dependence on monsoon and reservoir levels. Maharashtra has also approved a policy for recycling sewage and wastewater across 424 urban bodies with an allocation of 500 crores. This treated water will increasingly be used by industries, thermal power plant, urban utilities, and agriculture. This creates a long-term runway for water management companies. So the next question is, what are the long-term beneficiary themes? The 4 themes that will stand out are water treatment plants, sewage treatment plants, desalination and water recycling, and zero liquid discharge solutions. And now let me walk you through some of the stocks which are working exactly in these themes. The first stock on the list is Tech Wabag. It is India's leading pure-play water technology company. It also ranks among the top 3 private desalination players in the world. They have evolved as one of the global water solution providers with presence across 25 countries. The company has executed over 1,500 water and wastewater projects and serves more than 96 million people globally. Tech Wabag focuses exclusively on water sector and provides solutions across drinking water treatment, wastewater treatment, recycle and reuse, desalination, industrial water treatment, zero liquid discharge, and resource recovery. They possess one of the strongest technology platform in the global water industry. The company has over 125 proprietary patents and trademarks developed through its R&D centers in India and Europe. It is among the few players globally with capabilities spanning the entire water value chain. They have a workforce of more than 2,000 engineers and professionals. The company is also a pioneer in One City, One Operator projects with large integrated wastewater management projects in Agra and Ghaziabad, a model that is now being replicated nationally. The company has a significant exposure in Maharashtra and now stands to benefit from the state's increasing investment in water infrastructure. They operate and maintain the 200 million liters per day Bhandewadi water waste treatment plant in Nagpur. They also manage Nagpur's recycled water project, which are considered among India's successful wastewater reuse models. The company delivered another profitable year in FY26. Their revenue in the year increased 20% to 3,944 crores, while their EBITDA margin stood at 13.3%. Their total profit rose by 26% year-on-year to record 370 crores. They recorded an order inflow of approximately 7,500 crores in FY26, and they ended the year with an order backlog of approximately 17,200 crores. As the company continues to grow, they also received some of the major orders in FY26. This includes a 45 million liters per day TTRO project under the Amrut scheme, Chennai city-wide looped water grid project funded by ADB, 300 million liters per day desalination project in Saudi Arabia, and multiple thousand plus crores mega projects. In addition to the traditional water infrastructure segment, the company is also targeting some of the emerging themes. The semiconductor chip fabrication facilities require ultra pure water, and the company is building dedicated capabilities in this segment. In the solar manufacturing segment, the increasing domestic production of photovoltaic cells is expected to generate demand for ultra pure water systems, which is where Tech Wabag has a presence in. Some of the key priorities of the company also includes expanding desalination and water reuse businesses, increasing the share of long-term O&M revenues to 20%, building capabilities in future energy solutions, establishing around 100 bio-CNG plants, accelerating digital water and AI-based operational technologies, and strengthening presence in ultra-pure water applications. With the increasing water scarcity, wastewater recycling is becoming increasingly important, and the water infrastructure theme could emerge as one of the long-term opportunity for India. If you want to get exposure to such futuristic themes and companies operating across water treatment, recycling, and environmental infrastructure, check out our small case TB water and waste management theme, which is a curated model portfolio on water and water treatment stocks. The next stock on our list is Ion Exchange India. It is one of the leading water and environment management companies, which is also a pioneer in water and wastewater treatment solutions. The company offers integrated solutions across the entire water cycle, catering to industries, municipalities, institutions, homes, and communities. They have transformed into a global water technology player with operations spanning Asia, Middle East, Africa, Europe, and North America. The company serves some of the key clients, which includes Reliance Industries, IOCL, NTPC, JSW, Tata Group, Narayana Energy, Leela Hotels, Taj Hotels, and Apollo Hospitals, to name a few. Ion Exchange possesses one of the most diversified water technology platforms in India. The company provides solutions across raw water treatment, process water treatment, wastewater treatment, sewage treatment plants, water recycling and reuse, and zero liquid discharge, to name a few. They have 8 manufacturing and assembly plants across India, with a manufacturing presence in Portugal. Their assembly facilities are located in UAE, Saudi Arabia, Bangladesh, and Indonesia. The company owns more than 50 patents and has over 100 commercialized products. Ion Exchange is one of the few companies globally with capabilities spanning reverse osmosis membranes, nanofiltration membranes, ultrafiltration membranes, and membrane bioreactor solutions. The company highlighted that the global membrane market is growing at a CAGR of 10% and could be a future growth driver. Ion Exchange has a strong footprint in Maharashtra. The company's strategically important Roha facility in Maharashtra has become a major growth engine. In FY26, they witnessed a successful commissioning of all manufacturing lines at Roha, and capacity ramp-up plans are supposed to begin from FY27. Along with Mumbai, the company also has major presence in Pune. In FY26, they reported a revenue of 2,915 crores, which was up 7% year-on-year. Their EBITDA came in at 210 crore with an EBITDA margin of 7.2%. Their net profit stood at 143 crores. As of March 2026, their engineering order book stood at 2,643 crores, while their core engineering projects accounted for 2,338 crores. The company recently commissioned the raw water treatment plant for IOCL's Panipat refinery, which the management described as the largest industrial water treatment package awarded in India. They have also secured a 20-year project worth approximately 1,730 crores in Oman. Further, the company has also entered into a strategic technology partnership with German filtration giant to manufacture ultrafiltration membranes and membrane bioreactor solutions. The company is also strengthening their presence in Spain and Portugal and is looking to expand their product offering across Europe. The next stock on the list is EMS Limited. EMS is one of India's leading emerging water and wastewater infrastructure companies. The company is primarily engaged in providing sewage solutions, water supply systems, sewage treatment plants, electrical transmission and distribution projects, road and allied works, and operation and maintenance services for government authorities. EMS Limited is an integrated infrastructure player focused on urban sanitation and water management. The company derives most of its businesses from government-backed projects and has developed a niche position in water and waste management infrastructure. EMS not only executes projects but also operates and manages assets after commissioning. And this creates a recurring revenue stream and strengthens their long-term relationship with government agencies. The company mainly works with UP Jal Nigam, state water boards, municipal corporation, and government authorities involved in water and sanitation infrastructure. Despite all this, FY26 became a challenging year for EMS due to project delays and slower payment cycles by the government. Their FY26 revenue stood at 733 crores, representing a decline of nearly 24% compared to FY25 due to weak execution in the fourth quarter. Their profits also fell to 91 crores in FY26 compared to 184 crores in FY25. The slowdown is majorly attributed to delays in government approvals, slower release of funds by authorities, election-related work stoppages in West Bengal, heavy rainfall disruptions, and delay in achieving project milestones. Despite weak numbers, the management highlighted that around 100 crores worth of work remained unbilled and was reflected as inventory, which impacted revenues during the year. As of March 2026, their unexecuted order book stands at 1,837 crores. Subsequently, the company has also received a 209 crore worth of order from UP Jal Nigam Limited in Varanasi. The management remains confident and expects to secure more than 1,500 crores worth of order in FY27. They also expect to normalize profits over the next 2-3 quarters and expect the profit margin to gradually return to over 15%. Compared to others, EMS has a relatively less exposure in Mumbai and Maharashtra. Its project portfolio is concentrated mainly in Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, West Bengal, and northern India. However, the management specifically stated that the company is actively bidding for projects worth 2,500 to 3,000 crores, including projects from Maharashtra. And as Maharashtra and Mumbai continue increasing investment in sewage treatment plants and wastewater treatment infrastructure, EMS could emerge as a beneficiary if it succeeds in winning upcoming projects in the state. Looking ahead, the company expects an order book of over 3,000 crores and also aims to achieve over 1,000 crores of annual revenue in FY27. The next stock on the list is Enviro Infra Engineers Limited. It is one of India's fastest growing environmental infrastructure companies focused on water and wastewater treatment solutions. The company undertakes the design, construction, operation, and maintenance of water and wastewater treatment plants and water supply scheme projects while increasingly expanding into renewable energy and battery storage solutions. The company has developed expertise in executing complex municipal and industrial wastewater projects. They have also delivered 57 water and wastewater treatment plants with a cumulative capacity of 958 million liters per day. The company possesses integrated capabilities across the entire water value chain. Their businesses include sewage treatment plants, water supply scheme, operation and maintenance contracts, hybrid annuity model projects, industrial wastewater treatment solutions, and renewable energy and battery storage projects. The company highlighted opportunities in zero liquid discharge and treated water recycling, which could emerge as long-term revenue generating models. FY26 marked the entry of the company in the renewable energy space. It has established presence across solar, wind, and battery energy storage systems. They acquired Suyog Urja Limited, a wind EPC company which brought execution experience of over 1200 megawatts and an active execution pipeline of around 1702 megawatts. Maharashtra contributed to approximately 7% of their total FY26 revenues. During the year, Enviro Infra secured two sanitation projects under the Swachh Bharat mission in Pune and Nasik, worth approximately 824 crores, which has significantly strengthened their position in the state. FY26 was another year of growth for the company despite delays in order finalization and project approvals. The revenue from operations in the year increased by 7% to 1,146 crores, while their EBITDA rose 3% to 277 crores. Their profit after tax increased to 188 crores. Water and wastewater projects contributed to approximately 65% of their total revenue, and renewable energy contributed to 11% of their total revenue in its first year of operations. The company ended the year with one of their highest order book of more than 6,800 crores. providing a strong revenue visibility for the next 2 years. During the year, the company also secured 4 BESS EPC projects from NTPC with a combined capacity of 930 megawatt hour, and the order value is approximately 1070 crores. These projects are spread across Uttar Pradesh, Assam, Telangana, and Karnataka. These wins positions the company as an early participant in India's massive battery storage opportunity. Going forward, the company plans to leverage the convergence of water infrastructure, renewable energy, energy efficiency, battery storage, and environmental sustainability to build a broader environmental infrastructure platform. So, to sum it up, industrial water reusage is becoming mandatory rather than optional. And one of the biggest future opportunities lies in desalination. As coastal cities struggle with water scarcities, desalination projects could emerge across Mumbai, Chennai, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, and other coastal regions. And companies with proven desalination expertise could emerge as long term beneficiaries. And the real story isn't just Mumbai. The real story is India's water deficit. Urban demand is expected to rise sharply over the next decade, while climate risks continue to increase. And this means more sewage treatment plants, more desalination facilities, more wastewater recycling, and more smart water management systems. And consequently, larger opportunities for the company operating in the ecosystem. If India's water challenge becomes one of the biggest infrastructure themes of the next decade, then water treatment companies could become the hidden beneficiaries. The Mumbai crisis might eventually fade when the monsoon arrives, but the larger issue of water scarcity is likely to stay. And the companies solving this problem could become one of the most important infrastructure businesses over the next few decades. So, are you tracking any water and water management companies? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you.